up, Valorant fans? Welcome back to the Valorant Report. Sorry for the day yesterday where I didn't upload anything. I gotta have a day off too, my friends. I'm IHOLDSHIFT, and today we're talking about a lot of different things in competitive Valorant. Specifically, what's coming next for a lot of Valorant events, specifically for North America. And how about a couple of roster things? 100 Thieves, maybe making some moves. Team Dignitas, announced as an organization. But what's that rumored roster supposed to be? And then Immortals, also making a change, even though they did have a couple of good performances in the last handful of outings. So taking a look as far as what to expect coming up. The biggest thing that everyone I think knows at this point is that the umbrella of everything global esports Valorant is the Ignition Series. Currently ongoing are the Allied Esports Odyssey series going on for Europe, but what's next for North America? As of today, Flashpoint has announced that they will be running an Ignition series called Pop Flash. This is an interesting one. Every single one of our Ignition series so far have had different formats, different ways of getting teams there. This is exclusively an 8-team invitational tournament for $50,000. And it goes from the course of the 26th until the 30th. The current format is that there will be 2 groups of 4 squads that include TSM, T1, Sentinels, Cloud9, Gen G, Team Envy, Immortals, and Dignitas. We'll get to Dignitas here in a moment. The interesting thing about this is that there are no qualifiers, open or closed. It is just these 8 teams over the course of those days. And only the top 2 teams from the groups get to a double elimination style bracket. So it's a 4-team double elimination style bracket. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of a weird format. You've only got 8 teams, and they're the best 8 teams. Why not use the groups as a way to seed a total 8-squad double elimination style bracket? I just don't know why you only take 4 and only do 1 set of group stage. I don't know. It's really strange. Beyond that, you're seeing no 100 Thieves, no FaZe Clan, and then Dignitas, which we'll talk about, like I mentioned, in a moment. Now, I know a lot of people, if you've been following along with my videos or if you've been following along with 100 Thieves, we're all anticipating that 100 Thieves are going to make some changes. And Nadeshot earlier this week went on to his own stream and talks about the fact that he knows that 100 Thieves is not performing all that well, and that's not okay in his mind.
What hurts me the most is people on our subreddit think that I don't care, right? I spent a decade competing myself. I hate losing. I fucking hate losing. Like, look at me dead in the eye. You think this hat that I wear every single day, you think everything I do when I wake up in the morning is to help 100 Thieves grow and get better and be the biggest organization in the world one day? You think I enjoy spending all this money on esports and fucking losing? You think that makes me happy? You don't think that I wake up angry every single day, every weekend, or every tournament where we fall short and lose and lose and lose and lose? I mean, there's no way, if you know me and been following me, that you think that I'm happy with that. Not happy with the results.
So outside of 100 Thieves looking to make changes, it is a bit strange to not see FaZe Clan here after I thought they played pretty darn well. Maybe they're not proven enough for the Flashpoint guys, but the one consideration that we need to kind of keep in mind is that Dignitas will be here. Dignitas is currently rumored to be comprised of the roster that was formerly Homeless. They looked great during the PAX Arena Invitational, in which during their group stage they finished second, getting past teams like Built by Gamers, 100 Thieves, and 100 Blifted, which was just a stream team. They were bad, but they were able to take a map off of TSM in that group stage. I would say more importantly though, when we got to the playoff, they were able to upset T1 Esports 2-0. And then when they got to the semifinals, they played up against Cloud9. Unfortunately, couldn't take a map versus them, but played them very closely. So that roster of Homeless is rumored to be now Dignitas. That includes Psalm, Superman, Lasky, Def, and Poised. 4 out of the 5 notable Counter-Strike players from the past, and Superman, who was actually a very prevalent Crossfire player. And if you don't know Crossfire, it's actually a pretty major global game, even though it's not that big here in North America. So that's the rumored 5-man roster that should be representing Dignitas at at this Flashpoint event. Again, no 100 Thieves, no FaZe Clan, and we're anticipating that 100 Thieves will be looking to make changes. Beyond that, though, Immortals, who have been using Diceyz as a sub-in for the last couple events, have officially released Bjor and put him onto a free agency, and Diceyz will officially join the starting roster of 5. This absolutely makes sense. I mean, Diceyz played absolutely incredible this last weekend at the FaZe Invitational, and that was really the one thing that I felt like Immortals was kind of missing. A really solid jet operator player that could essentially tear apart squads that are lower than them and be able to match up against squads that are right there with them. Your TSMs, your Cloud9s, your Gen Gs, your Sentinels. You need to have a jet operator player that is able to at least match up versus the power of those aforementioned squads. So this absolutely makes sense. I'm not surprised to see it happen. Again, it's been kind of a trial period, but I don't think anyone's going to be caught too much by surprise for that. Beyond the upcoming Pop Flash, Flashpoint Ignition Series, I also want to make sure that you guys are keeping in mind that apparently coming up this Sunday, at least that's what's listed on the Wikipedia, the Pittsburgh Knights are holding an invitational gauntlet series in which you'll see representation from a number of squads. T1, TSM, Complexity, Gen G, Cloud9, Team Envy, Renegades, and Immortals are the first 8 that have been invited. We're supposed to be waiting on 2 more confirmations for who else is invited, and then the last 6 spots are determined by closed invitationals for a couple of top amateur squads, and then an open qualifier for the final 2. Those are 16 squads, 4 groups of 4, double elimination style bracket for the top 8 overall teams. Apparently that's happening, it says it's happening on Sunday, but there's no way you do that just in one day. So we'll see what happens. Apparently everything is just best of 1 though, so I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Beyond that, just a quick update. I will be doing a little bit more of a specific breakdown video once we start to get more into the playoff series of the Allied Esports Odyssey series that's going on, which is featuring the top 6 squads currently in Europe, I think in a lot of people's minds. And here are your current updated standings. It's been kind of a weird format. This is a best of 2 situation, or just you play 2 maps, and if you tie, you get a point. If you win, you get 2 points or something like that. I'm not 100% sure the case, but here is your current standings. Team Liquid is currently on top. Ninjas in Pajamas just below them. Fun plus Phoenix, which was formerly the Zype and Go Kill squad, looking very good. They're in 3rd. Interestingly enough, G2, who I think in a lot of people's minds is the best team in Europe, if not the best team in the world, they're in 4th. A weird situation, though, as they technically lost today, but David P had some emergency pop up that made him leave his setup and could not finish the series versus FPX. To be fair, though, Fun plus Phoenix did look very good today, and I think with the way that Mitchman and Banks were talking about it, this team, I think, could have expected to maybe even beat G2 on the day, but just to kind of make that out there, apparently it's something that could be very serious. So if you are close or you followed David P, make sure you send him some love. And then Giants and BBL are currently at the 5 and the 6 spot. The top 4 overall in the group standings will make it into a playoff. And again, this is a little bit of a weirder situation where there's individual matches playing out throughout the rest of the week, and then the weekend is where the playoff bracket happens. So I'll try to keep you guys up to date on that as we go, but I wanted to give you guys more announcement updates as far as what's coming next for both North America and the Ignition Series, as well as what's coming as far as organizations, teams, and players included. So if you're enjoying this style of content, make sure you subscribe. Yeah, could you please? It would be really big help for me. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and beyond that, hopefully we'll catch you guys back here for the next one. Until that point, though, hope you keep holding it down. Later. Bye-bye.